Hello, all you beautiful people out there. I have been having some problems getting my black and white to work and record properly. So, in the meantime, I am going to do a request from one of my viewers to go back and finish up my. What is this game? Oh, that's right. Alien Crossfire. Now, I don't have the data from my old game because it was a long fucking time ago, and the loss of my data is also why I had to stop that one. So I'm going to start up a new game here, and we're just going to go ahead and customize a random map. And give me 1 second here. Okay, sorry. Let's go ahead and customize a random map, and I'm just going to do a standard planet size. I don't want that much water because it seems yeah, I cannot handle water very well. We're just gonna have average on all this stuff. Average life form, average cloud cover. And I'm actually I'm not terribly good at civilization games. Nor am I that great at this game. But I am going to challenge myself a little bit. I feel like trying a go on Librarian. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. But we're going to go ahead and try it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay. So, customize the rules here just to go over them so you guys can see what this is. So I think this is pretty much all standard stuff. World map not visible. No random events. I don't know if that's standard. I did turn that off though. Blind research I think is standard, but I do have that disabled so I can actually pick my text. The game has its variables of RNG that can screw you over pretty well, so I figure take away as much RNG as you can. So that's that. Pretty basic stuff though. We'll go ahead and start. I'm going to, like my last videos, stick with the original factions. So, and I already know which ones I'm going to play. But for you guys that may have joined onto my channel after it, or have never, seen a Alien Crossfire, I'll go ahead and go over all of the factions here for you. So we have the original 7 factions here, and it starts with the guy and stepdaughters, and these are essentially your hippies. Basically, what has happened here, if you ever played any civilization game and you get a science victory, you build a spaceship, and the spaceship flies off to the nearest solar system, Alpha Centauri. And basically what this game is it is a continuation onto what happens when the spaceship gets there. And there are 7 factions, I guess, that start to form on the I believe it's the spaceship Unity that carries them to Alpha Centauri, and it reaches this awesome planet which they call Planet. So it starts out, you have the first faction here, which is guy and stepdaughters. They are, like I said, basically hippies. They're basically like, look, we fucked up the last planet, and we'll be damned if we fuck it up again. So they like to run, green economics and other things like that. Yeah, they're all right. They're not bad to play as, I guess, like if you're newer, because they have less eco damage with the +1 planet. They're also better at fighting the mind worms as well because of that. +2 efficiency is pretty good. -1 morale, -1 police. Not the worst things, I guess. Anyways, that is them. You have the human hive here. Leader Xinji Yang of Great China. Pretty powerful faction. They like to spam out bases everywhere, and since every base has a free perimeter defense, which effectively doubles the defense of every unit inside of it, Their bases can be fairly well defended, especially at the beginning of the game if you only build them about, I think it's 3 spaces apart, to where if you rotate it, normal infantry units can move between bases very easily. They get a +1 growth, which is great, +1 industry, which is also great, -2 economics. So basically their only real downfall is their inability to generate money, or in this game, which is called energy. If they could generate energy, they would they really wouldn't have a weakness. But the growth helps them, population growth, of course, and industry will help you. It's like you get more hammers, so you build things faster. One of the things it doesn't tell you here is that they are actually immune to inefficiency penalties. So you can run a lot of policies and stack up the inefficiency to like great values like 4 or even higher, and he doesn't suffer from any of it, which is ridiculous. So very powerful faction. Then this is the faction I'm actually going to be playing as, which is the University of Planet. These are your tech guys, basically. They get +2 research, which equates to 20% more research, I believe. -2 probe, which basically means like spies and things like that are better against me. I also think it makes it so that it's more expensive for me to convert units with my spies or use other spy activities. We also start with a free network node, which is great. I believe that's an additional 20% science. I'll have to look at it when I get into the game. At every base. So like how Xinjiang gets perimeter defense, Zakharov gets network nodes. So that's pretty cool. We get a bonus tech at the beginning of the game, which is great. And we get an extra drone for every 4 citizen, which is bad. So if you don't know what drones are and things like that, we'll tackle that when we get them in the game. And playing as Zack, we probably will. And pretty quickly, depending on what we get. Morgan Industries, basically the staple child of the baby boomers. Consume everything that's on the planet and fuck every other generation that's going to come after them. That's a joke, by the way. Anyways, that is very much his mindset. He, he's like, resources exist to be consumed, and consumed they shall be, is what he says. So he's basically your money generator. It's pretty fun actually to play as him because of all the things you can speed by. It's really nice being able to spend all that money that he is it's so easy for him to generate. +1 economy does help him achieve that. But when you run free economics and other things like that boost the economy up even higher, you can generate some ridiculous amounts of money. Starts with 100 extra credits, big -1 support, whatever. His big penalty, I think, is he needs a hab complex for bases to exceed size 4. Normally bases, I believe, can get to 6. But he cannot get higher than 4 without a hab complex, which it really isn't that big of a deal. It can be handled. Spartan Federation, pretty fun faction as well. +2 morale, +2 police. Morale helps units fight, do more damage, things like that. Police helps you, I believe, reduce drone riots. -1 industry. Prototype units that cost extra minerals. You'll see if you have never seen this, you'll see how units are created in this game. You have to, whenever you create a new unit, you have to prototype it, which the prototype is always more expensive. You only have to build 1 prototype, but for her, she doesn't have to, pay the extra cost. It's pretty fun to play as. These are usually the factions I enjoy playing as. In fact, I hate factions like this in games. I do not like the techers. I hate playing as the techers. I don't really know why. I mean, I know the benefits definitely of being the tech-heavy faction in games, but it's just not my preference. My preference is more like the Spartan Federation, whereas I can wage war effectively with not the best units out on the map yet. and you know it's it is. Next one, you have Lord's Believers. So led by Sister Miriam Godwinson. Also, Spartan Federation is led by Colonel Corazon Santiago, just to keep up with names, and Morgan Industry. I do not know how to pronounce that, so I'm just going to call him Morgan. Anyways, Lord's Believers, Christian States of America, woohoo. Funny enough, you know, the Christian States of America aren't so friendly, I guess, when they reach planet, shown by their 25% bonus when attacking enemies from strength of their convictions. This right here is an extremely powerful bonus that Miriam is going to use to crush anyone who is not her. +1 probe means that you'll see down here she has -2 research, and she does not gain research points for the first 10 turns. I believe the game starts at 2100, so she doesn't get research for the first 10 turns. And -2 research does put her behind. However, with the +1 probe, she can acquire the means one way or another to stay relatively well on the tech spectrum. And with her +25 attack bonus, even units that are not as advanced as others are still a threat. -1 planet, you know, Blue's planet is their promised land, of course. What is not your promised land when you are the Christian States of America? Anyways, she is another faction that I enjoy playing as. Again, because she is just, you know, guns blazing, steamroll everyone in your path. Then you have the Peacekeeping Forces, led by Commissioner Pravin Lal. And he's basically like, look, I'm here, I'm going to keep the UN Charter together. He's all for bureaucracy and, you know, keeping the power within the government. All that bullshit we've heard our whole life. He has -1 efficiency. Not that big of a problem. That can be fixed. Even if it's not, it's still not that big of a problem. He gets an extra talent for every 4 citizens, which is awesome. It's hard to explain if you've never played or anything like that. You don't know what a talent is. Basically, it's like in, I guess the easiest way to say it is it's like in the Civilization games. I guess I have to assume you play those. You can get people who hang out in your town or like in your city, and they'll do something like give you extra science points or, you know, give you extra gold or something like that per turn. They don't work tiles. They, you know, hang out. That's basically like what talents do, I guess, for the most part. Population can exceed the Hab complex, or the population of your towns can go up by 2 more. So I believe he can go to 8 before he needs a Hab complex. And his big bonus here is he receives double votes in elections for planetary governor and supreme leader. So, you know, he's definitely, if you're going to go any kind of victory via, you know, friendship and huggles, then Lal is a very big threat. And how that bonus works is everyone will have a certain amount of votes when you guys meet up to vote, and basically his own votes are doubled. So it's not like all the votes he receives are doubled, it's just his own votes. So, you know, if I have 10 votes, I'll have 10. If Lal has 10, he will then have 20 because his votes are doubled. Anyways, that's a rundown on all the factions. They have polar opposites of each other as well, who tend to fight in the game, such as I believe Morgan and Gaia are opposites. You know, Morgan wants to, of course, use everything on the planet, whereas Gaians want to preserve it. Now, I believe you can make a couple arguments here whether or not you think the human hives opposite are the Spartan Federation or the Peacekeeping Forces. I don't know. You can make arguments. You could say that the human hive's agenda is to strip all the freedom from everyone and, you know, have, of course, an atheist police state. The important words here are police state, of course, meaning that, you know, the great dictator Xinji Yang will lead you to greatness. And the Spartan Federation, of course, with the right to keep and bear arms, they're much more, well, I would say decentralized, and the people would have a lot more freedom. But of course, their freedom is, trying to survive. So whatever you want to, Whereas he's like, I'll take care of you. You could also argue that his opposite could be the peacekeeping forces. Again, where Law would want to restore bureaucracy, and kind of, bring everyone together. Definitely being the human hive, you are pretty isolated with your thoughts on police state. I like to think that the human hive is the opposite of the Spartan Federation. But you can make an argument for peacekeeping forces too. So you have those guys. You have the University of Planet, and then you have the Lord's Believers. Are their opposites. Zakharov wants to research everything, and now that he is away from anyone who could tell him how to research, he will research how he wants to, which of course means he will find the answer He will find the answer by any means necessary, which means, nowadays, if we have new drugs coming out, of course you cannot, do human testing without prior testing on, animals or whatever. Zakharov would pretty much say, fuck all that shit, go straight to human testing, and if people die, it's in the name of science. Whereas the Lord's Believers, they, of course, hate all technology, things like that. However, they do, to an extent, understand that they need it in order to survive and thrive on this new planet. Anyways, that is a lengthy, I guess, rundown of the different factions. Like I had said at the beginning, we'll be playing as Zakharov. I am playing on Librarian, which is a little bit tougher than what I am used to, because again, I am not that good at these type of games. Despite me titling this Let's Do It Right, I predict this going very bad. Also, University of Planet is a teching faction. Not that I cannot tech well, but it's not my cup of tea. So let's go ahead and jump in here and see how fast I can get fucked. So there's a quote. He's saying it, but I don't know if we can hear it or not. Oops, beep on my computer. Also, I'm not Zakharov. I am, of course, Hosen. We all know this. So there's a bunch of blurbs and things like that as we go along. If you've watched the other videos, you already know what these are. I'm not going to read them. I've already read them myself. But I will give you guys a little bit of time to be able to pause. And if you want to read it, be my guest. So there was your time to pause. And we're moving on with our lives. And there's my colony pod. And we are going to go ahead and... now, there's a few different paths you can go here with the tech. Most of the time, you're just going to go Centauri ecology at the very beginning to get your formers out and start terraforming. However, being as we are... I got to remember my controls here. It has been a while since I played. Being as we are the techers, you may want to go for something like Secrets of the Human Brain, which will, I believe, give you a free tech once you tech it. Now, in order to get the Secrets of the Human Brain, of course, we need Social Psych and a couple other things. However, tech can be a little bit different each time you do it, or play this game. So we're going to go ahead and try to maybe beeline the Secrets of the Human Brain, which should require us to get biogenetics here, and should lead to it. So we'll go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, I guess we only have one colony pod. I know sometimes I seem to start with one, sometimes I seem to start with two. I think that has something to do with the difficulty. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to go ahead and get this data pod. And of course, this is infested with native life forms. However, it did also have nutrients there, so that's great. We're going to go ahead and build here. And Unity base is fine. Yada yada. Unity base is bound 2101. So this isn't bad. We do have some food tiles here. Which is great. We're going to go ahead and build out our scout patrol there, and then I'm going to want to... I think I'll take one more scout patrol, and then maybe... I don't want the recycling tanks yet, Actually, I'll probably just stockpile energy. Oops. I'll put insert. No? Replace. Okay, there we go. Stockpiling, yeah, it's not the best thing to do, but I'm basically going to be waiting for tech to happen, and then we'll go from there. So here's this guy. Go ahead and kill the mine worms, hopefully. And we do. Which is great. Alright. Now, apparently I didn't get Secrets of Human Brain, which makes me fucking sad. So this is a great start. Do I need social psych or something for it? Yes, I do. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get social psych. Now, we're going to go ahead and move you out there. Just going to scout around. And another nutrients. And it's within range of the base. That's perfect. And a monolith. So we'll go ahead and investigate it because the guy's injured. It will heal him and increase him to hardened status. Which is basically like you got to level up. Which is great. Alright, let's go ahead and keep moving. And infested with life forms. That is wonderful. I've never had a happier day in my life. Good thing we kicked its ass. And we got some upgrades, which is cool. Now, mostly tiles only have one distance on them. I believe you guys cannot see my pointer, if I remember correctly. However, you can see it when I am clicking and dragging, so I can use this to point around. If you see, most of the distances are 1. However, this tile here that I'm pointing at is xenofungus. This is the native life plant to planet. And it requires 3 turns to move through. So we are going to avoid that. Also, the mine worms can be lurking in it. So there's social psych, which is great. Secrets of the Human Brain. So we had a breakthrough. Everyone's fucking happy. Let's keep moving. So we have our guy. I have him hold. And we're going to move here. And I don't actually want stockpile energy. We're going to go for colony pods. Fortunately, we do have the power of a few different nutrients here. So we should be able to have a decent population growth. And excuse me one moment as I open my door. Hoping that my fucking cat will run out of it and stop bothering me. Well, that was all fun. Alright. Let's keep moving this guy. Exploring this great place that we call home. Now, unfortunately, this pod is in the xenofungus. I'm going to have to move in and get it. And it's another monolith. Monolith is silent because we have already used a monolith for this character. So we lose the ability to communicate with monoliths. We got the Secrets of the Human Brain. And you see down here, miscellaneous secrets. First faction discovered gets a free tech. Your researchers have discovered secrets of the human brain. Excitement of this discovery stimulates a burst of new tech. So, we get a new tech, which is great. Now, you can look around here, and if you've never seen these techs before, it might be pretty confusing. They're kind of broken up in different categories, listed as Discovery, Explore, and Conquer. Anyways, over in Conquer, you get things like laser guns and bigger laser guns. I guess in Explore, this one will give me a children's crutch, which would increase growth. This one gives you former units, which are like your workers. So fun stuff like that. It can also get you new units, speeders. And Discovery, well, that can get you things like tech stuff, I guess. Probe teams, planned economics apparently, and some other fun stuff. However, we are going to, since this is I believe a free tech, we're going to go ahead and pick a tier 2 tech. So you can see by Explore 2, Discover 2, these are tier 2 techs. They take longer to research. We are going to go ahead and get planetary networks. I'm not too sure if I actually want to run it, so we'll check to see what it does. Planned economics gives you 2 growth, 1 industry, and 2 efficiency. Unfortunately, I don't really want to take the 2 efficiency hit. So we're just going to go ahead and stay with simple for now. Now, we are going to go ahead and go for speeders. That will let us zip around a little bit faster. It also looks like the uranium flats are over there. If you don't know what that is, this is what that is. And there's another fucking monolith. Go ahead and investigate it. Our guys became hardened. There's our speeders. Doesn't take very long to get stuff for us. Yeah. Go ahead and get Centauri ecology so we can start getting formers out. However, we will want to get these colony pods out. That one's coming out soon, which is great. So we'll keep going. I also don't know how long this video has gone on for. I think it's probably been roughly about the time I should be stopping. So we're going to go ahead and not quit. But I'm going to go ahead and cut you guys off here. And I'll make a save. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So take it easy, guys.